This week, we have Mercury the Messenger and planet of communication making connections to a lot of different planets. All of this, an empowered moment, and more in my new intuitive energy forecast for the week of Monday, September 28th through Sunday, October 5th, 2025. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, starseed astrologer and spiritual messenger, here with your weekly intuitive energy forecast. For this week, we're going to be using The Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. This is going to be the main message for everyone this week. Your special message card, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Angel Guide Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. But before we get into looking at those stones of choice or talking about the astrology for the week, let's go ahead and close our eyes and do an empowered moment. So as you close your eyes, take a deep breath, relaxing your body and clearing your mind as you exhale. Visualizing golden white light around you, the golden white light of protection and guidance, peace and healing. And as you see or sense or feel or know that that golden white light is surrounding you from head to toe, take a deep breath in, breathing it into every cell of your body. As you exhale, let go of all that your body, mind, and soul no longer needs. We're still in the process of releasing and letting go and allowing for new beginnings, as we're only about 1 week past that new moon solar eclipse that we had on September 21st. It was a very chaotic and intense time for many during the eclipses of September. And we know that we still have to move through completions and closures in order to bring fresh starts and initiations into our lives. This week, the energies have us focusing on our thoughts, our perceptions, and our mode of communication within ourselves and with other people. So shift your focus to your mental body, the mental realm of concepts, logic, information, relating to others. And this week, the energy suggests that we're going to be moving through a healing process with the people in our lives, different relationships with friends and family, significant others, and the relationship with ourselves. Mercury is in the balanced sign of Libra right now. Doesn't always mean, however, that it is balanced. It aspires to be in balance. So let's focus on that idea of balancing and bringing harmony to our thoughts and perspectives and ways of relating to each other. Let's be the peacemaker, but also speak our truth. This is a time to move into the energies of justice, strength, using your throat chakra and your voice to speak your truth, but doing so with kindness with compassion. Again, with a sense of that balance within yourself. So with that intention in mind, let's take one last deep healing, cleansing, and balancing breath. As you exhale, when you feel ready, you can open your eyes, returning to this time and place and space. And let's go ahead and take a look at our stones of choice for that special message card a little bit later. So the first stone of choice is rhodonite. It's a beautiful soft pink stone. Of course, it can be different shades of pink. This one happens to be this beautiful pastel pink rhodonite. This one is wrapped in silver wire, and it's Reiki charged with the vibration of the number 2, the number of love, compassion, and relationships. It has the energies of the sign of Cancer infused into it for loving connections with others and peaceful and balanced emotions. The opening and balancing of the heart chakra for self-love, love towards others, friendship, and romance. And this one has the energies of Archangel Raphael infused into it to heal old heart chakra wounds, as well as Archangel Chamuel to assist us in attracting our soulmate relationship into our lives or healing a current soulmate relationship. And the second pendant of choice, which are all special intention pendants, by the way, on my website. This is raw emerald, beautiful green emerald pendant, and it's wrapped in silver wire. It's Reiki charged also with the vibration of the number 2, the number of balance and equality in partnerships, and with the vibration of the number 9, number of the unconditional love and compassion. This one has Libra energies infused into it for peace, harmony, and cooperation in partnerships. The qualities of the planet Venus, planet of love, romance, and intimacy. This one has the energies of Goddess Aphrodite, the goddess of love, beauty, and passion infused into it, as well as Archangel Chamuel for assisting one in finding a fulfilling soulmate relationship and bringing healing to a current soulmate relationship if you are involved in one. And then the last pendant of choice, this one is pink tourmaline, and it looks like a dark color. It's almost a maroon. It's got some maroon color in it as far as this pink tourmaline. It's wrapped in silver wire with the vibration of the number 9, number of healing, completion, and release of old situations. The energies of Pisces for unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness towards one's past in order to move forward. Neptune, planet of trust, faith, and the facilitation of the connection back to our soul purpose. Also, the energies of Chiron are infused into this, planet to assist in healing old past life relationship wounds. The merging and balancing of the heart chakra and crown chakra to infuse love and spirituality. This one has the energies of Archangel Azrael infused into it, the archangel who brings assistance in the grieving process of old circumstances and relationship matters. And Archangel Chamuel again to assist with bringing in one soulmate or again healing a situation in a current soulmate relationship. So again, your stones of choice for this week are the rhodonite, the raw emerald, and then finally the pink tourmaline. So let's set those aside. Let's talk about the astrology for the week. Mercury, the ruler of the mental realm, known as the messenger planet, is the highlight for the week. Every single thing we're going to talk about involves Mercury in the sign of Libra, the partnership sign, the sign of balance, harmony, peace, compromise, cooperation. So it's all dealing with relationship matters right now and focusing on the relationship with ourselves as well and being in that state of balance and harmony. On Wednesday, the 1st of October, we have Mercury the Messenger in Libra, and it's challenging Jupiter, ruler of our belief systems, ruler of expansion and sometimes exaggeration, in the emotional sign of Cancer. So this is a challenging connection. And Jupiter can exaggerate things and make things bigger than they need to be. In this case, he's making our emotions and our emotional reactions sometimes bigger. He's also expanding us into that energy of empathy or empathic ability, or nurturing and compassion, because those are all keywords for Cancer, where he currently is. But again, this is a challenging connection with Mercury, the planet of communication, in the relationship sign of Libra, connecting to Jupiter. So we could maybe, in our communications with other people, and this can be friends or family members or significant others, where we're aspiring towards that balance and harmony, that cooperation and compromise. But Jupiter can again bring that expansion and exaggeration of our emotions and our feelings, our emotional reactions, feeling, sad, being melancholy, focusing on expanding into old memories. All of that can be the Cancer energy where Jupiter is. So our communications may be a little emotional and challenged around Wednesday, the 1st of October. But again, if we can stay balanced within ourselves, which is what Mercury in Libra is asking of us, to stay balanced within our own mental body with our thoughts, perspectives, perceptions, then we'll be able to have a more fruitful conversation, or be able to share our thoughts and belief systems with other people without the emotional energy being exaggerated. On Friday, October 3rd, Mercury in Libra is going to be opposing Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries. So Chiron has been in Aries for a really long time. It moves pretty slowly. And again, it's bringing up these old past life and this life wounds regarding Aries concepts, which is our sense of individuality, self-identity, independence, confidence, courage. And again, this is probably going to play out in relationships through some sort of conversations or communications that we're having within these relationships, since Mercury is in Libra, the sign of partnerships. So it's kind of like this, you wanting to heal your sense of self with Chiron and Aries. You want to heal these aspects within yourself. You want to be more independent. You want to feel more confident and self-assured. But this opposition is, again, bringing in relationships of all kinds to be able to work things out with, or project things on or to, or reflect the energies to one another. So again, this can be productive as long as we stay in that place of balance and harmony within ourselves. And then on Saturday, the 4th of October, Mercury in Libra is going to be in what's called an inconjunct, which is a difficult aspect, to Saturn, the planet of karmic lessons, the ruler of restriction and limitation, or delays and the need for patience. Saturn can rule the past. It rules third dimensional time, going back to that idea of patience and things maybe slowly developing. And Saturn is currently retrograde in the sign of Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac. So if you've watched my previous videos, you've heard me say that Saturn retrograde in Pisces is giving us that time to clear out the old stories, the old karmic wounds, the old emotions, or the old way of thinking or believing or operating within our lives. That's what Saturn is asking us to kind of rebuild, to kind of realign and rebuild on a more solid foundation where we want to go next. So the inconjunct with Mercury in Libra, again, is bringing up communications and conversations. This whole week has Mercury in Libra being highlighted. So there may be more than one communication or conversation that we need to have. And maybe those conversations are through email or text or in some other way. Maybe it's higher soul self-communication, but it is a communication nonetheless, or at least our thoughts and our, again, perceptions and perspectives that either are within ourselves or can be projected onto others. Libra, again, is that sign of balance and sign of partnership. So it usually is about our relationships. And all of these planets that Mercury and Libra are connecting to gives us this opportunity for healing and for being able to communicate our emotions and tie up loose ends and release old stories and patterns within our own psyche or within those relationships. Maybe there's either aspects of the relationship that need to come to completion and closure, or maybe the relationship or relationships themselves are coming to an end. But either way, there is this idea of maybe needing to communicate. And if it's not communication with another person, because sometimes that's either not possible, either maybe because the loved one's passed over, or maybe it's just not safe for us, or doesn't feel good to have that communication or conversation, we can always write it out. This is another form of communication, and it doesn't even mean that you have to send it, but just for yourself to write out the conversation, the communication, to get your emotions out, your feelings out, to take back your sense of self-identity and, releasing those old stories and karmic wounds so that you can move forward. So that's all that's going on astrologically this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides. So the first card, now, I don't use reversals a lot, but this particular deck, it was kind of all like some were upright, some were reversed. I could notice that while I was shuffling. And this card flew out of the deck immediately. And when it flew out onto the table, it was reversed. So I'm going to go ahead and show it in a reverse manner. And it's the Three of Swords reversed. This is what it looks like upright. We've got a woman here, or it appears to be a woman. Could be a man with a braid, but I'm going to say it's a woman. A heart on her cheek, so we know there's something about emotions, relationships, healing the heart and the heart chakra. The Three Swords are over here. So usually the Three of Swords in the traditional tarot are penetrating the heart and the heart chakra, meaning there's some wounding there that's taking place. You feel wounded emotionally. You feel hurt. Something's just happened that has kind of hurt your heart, so to speak. You might feel like, in a metaphoric sense, that you've been stabbed in the heart. Now, in a reverse manner, this is about the beginning of releasing that pain, releasing those wounds, healing that challenge and that trauma from whatever it is, whatever circumstance and situation, most likely in relationship, that has gone on for you. So this is that process of allowing yourself to let it go, to release it. And again, that could mean that you're journaling or writing something out, or again, even having an actual conversation with somebody, let them know how you feel, so that you can feel like there's closure to a situation or a circumstance. Now, I keep on noticing that the Three Swords, although they're, not in the traditional sense connected to the heart chakra, they are on the left side of this woman's head. And the left side is the feminine energy. It's the receptive and allowing, but it's the divine feminine. The right side is about action, and it's the masculine energy. So here with these Three Swords that can wound and can hurt, and sometimes are used in fighting, in challenging duels and things like that, they are all on that left side, the feminine side. So I'm going to say that the hurt, the wounds that have already occurred are, to that divine feminine aspect within you, which we all have, whether you're a man or a woman, and no matter what what you identify as gender-wise. This is the divine feminine of nurturing and love and compassion and forgiveness and intuition and allowing and receptivity. So it's that gentle side, that compassionate, nurturing side, that mothering, caretaking kind of side to us, that divine feminine. So this is where some of the wounding has probably taken place. This is where we feel hurt. So because it's the feminine side and not the masculine side of the face, if it was the masculine side, I'd say anger, frustration, aggression. But here I want to say despair, sadness, maybe even depression. That some of this is that, inactive feminine sort of energy and how the wounds might play out for us. So it's a good sign that it's reversed, because if it was upright, this would say that it's kind of just happened and you're in the throes of the wounds and the hurt and the challenges. And maybe some of you still are, or that it has occurred recently, but as it comes out in reversed motion here, this is, again, the process of letting go. We did just have that new moon solar eclipse a week ago, and then 2 weeks before that was the lunar eclipse. So we've had a few weeks already of some topsy-turvy energy and some redirection energy and maybe some surprises, some wounds coming up in different situations and circumstances, including relationships. So I feel like now we're in the process of healing, releasing, and letting go here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next card. And the next card is Major Arcana 6, and it's the Lovers. And so this just reiterates and confirms that this is most likely a time period that we're focused on relationship matters. Now, it did come out in upright form, and besides being a card that when we see the Lovers, we think, immediately we think relationships. Of course, we think of intimate relationships, romantic relationships, marriage relationships, but this can also be about friendship relationships, family relationships, other one-on-one, but usually close relationships to us. The other thing that the Lovers is about choices and decisions. It's ruled by the sign of Gemini, which I don't think this particular deck has those astrological symbols, but the Lovers, because it has the two people in it, it's about, again, these choices and decisions that we think of when we think of the sign of Gemini, because Gemini rules the mental realm and it rules thoughts and ideas and perceptions and communication of all kinds. So that is all being highlighted right now. There may still be a decision that you have to make regarding how you want to, take that next step, or how you want to move forward within regards to whatever has happened or occurred recently in some sort of relationship in your life. The inclination is that you might want to come back and heal that and bring balance to that and bring it back into a state of harmony through cooperation and compromise. And that is possible. It's possible with the Lovers upright here. I also keep getting drawn to the fact that there's a snake at the bottom of this card. So snake is about transformation. So there can be transformation within an existing relationship. So again, it may be possible to come together, communicate, be honest with about your emotions and your feelings, and be able to bring healing to a relationship. But this also could mean that we are transforming how we look at, transformation of that snake energy, transforming how we look at, perceive, think about, and experience relationship. And what do we really want in relationship? Is this relationship with this significant other, this friendship, this family member, is it healthy? Is it balanced, equal give and take? Is it giving me what I need? Everybody's needs are different. It doesn't necessarily mean that the other person is a bad person if you're not happy or if you don't feel like your needs are being met, because we're all different and we all need different things. So maybe this is about, again, bringing transformation to yourself, within yourself, about what it is you really want. And then again, being open and honest through that communication in order to heal your own wounds and be truthful about what it is that you really desire and want in relationship, so that you can magnetize to you what it is that you really seek. So this could be going, either way here, as far as healing a relationship or healing aspects or belief systems or perceptions and perspectives within yourself about relationship and what it is that you really want. Let's look at the last card. And the last card, and it ends on a really positive note, because this is Major Arcana 0, the Fool. And the Fool is about leaping into the unknown, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith into a new beginning, onto a new path. And this really fits because, again, about a week ago, we had that new moon solar eclipse, which was about a magnified, intensified new beginning or portal into a new beginning for us. Now, the new beginning could be a new beginning with how we express ourselves, a new beginning in career, a new beginning with where it is we live, what we do as far as our life purpose. Could be a new beginning in relationship or a new relationship itself. The Fool here in this particular deck, it's got a lot of little things going on here. Got his little cat familiar here that's hanging on for dear life as the Fool is, kind of in midair, kind of taking that leap of faith. We've got an hourglass down here, meaning that we still may need to have a little bit of patience because everything's going to be in divine timing when it comes to this new beginning. So just trust and have faith. Trust and have faith in the new beginning. Trust and have faith in the divine timing of the new beginning. Trust and have faith that you are ready for the new beginning. But there might be something, again, with a little bit of timing. And then we've got a lot of like tarot cards, almost like tarot cards that he's kind of throwing up in the air. Let's see what my future holds, right? Let's try to read what the next step is. And we can't necessarily see the cards here, at least I can't really tell from this perspective what they are. But I will say that messages are coming, right? Guidance is coming with the tarot cards in play here. So pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, maybe go get a reading. I'm available to do readings. Other people that you might know, or maybe you have decks yourself and you want to give yourself a reading. Today would be a great time, or this time period would be a great time to do a reading for yourself. Since we just had all those eclipses, it's like, what's next? What's my next step? They might not tell you the big long-term picture, but they can give you the next step potentially. And remember that sometimes the next step is having patience and being still, which doesn't sound exciting, but this looks more like an action-oriented card. There's movement in this card. There's things happening in this card. The Fool is dressed in mostly red, which is about being grounded, centered, balanced, stable, secure in himself, passionate about where he's going next. And there's some little flecks in different colors of purple here, if you can see the purple, which is a crown chakra color. So also staying connected to spirit, to the divine, and what that higher guidance, that higher wisdom and higher knowledge is as it's coming forth to guide you on that next step. All right, so that was a pretty positive, at least it ended very positively, I think. And it is talking about healing and releasing and letting go of what we no longer need. So let's go ahead and take a look at the special message card depending on the stone of choice, the pendant of choice. And the first one was the rhodonite. Give us a little shuffle here. Special message for this week for the rhodonite people. Rhodonite people, this one's calling my attention, rhodonite. Ask and receive. So if you need guidance, ask your guides. If you need assistance, ask someone for help. If you need someone to talk to, call an old friend or someone you know who will be supportive. So this is all about that equal give and take, right? Ask and then receive. Reach out for help and then take that help in when it's offered. Ask your angels and guides for a message and then listen. So there's this balance of give and take within this idea of the card of ask and receive. You can see that she's kind of praying or holding an intention to have some sort of higher guidance and wisdom. We've got kind of like an old storm cloud here on half of the card. Again, almost suggesting that something has already occurred, that has been a storm in our life. We want to release and let go of that, because over here on this side of the card, there's brighter magical energies that are coming in. You could see these magical kind of rainbow colored energies from the universe that are coming in the form of healing, guidance, movement forward, opportunities, you know, some sort of magical synchronicity. So just kind of be open once it is that you put it out there, put your intention out there, your request out to the universe, and then be open to whatever's coming in, receive it. And I mean really receive it, right? Sometimes some of us are not good at receiving gifts or blessings from other people. And in this case, you might not be good at receiving the blessing or opportunity from the universe. So you want to work on being, being receptive and allowing and grateful and allowing that gift to kind of come in and take it with a grateful heart, appreciative heart. Okay, let's put that back in the deck in case somebody else gets it. And the second stone of choice is the raw emerald. So I'm going to just shuffle here for a second. Raw emerald people, special message for the week for raw emerald. This one keeps kind of pushing up here, and it says compassion. So this is about having compassion, I'm going to say first and foremost for yourself, because you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot this year. You've been through a lot in this past month of September. There's been a lot going on for us. And here we've got kind of like almost it looks like a lotus flower, or this bright, beautiful kind of energy here at the heart chakra. And this is kind of like an angel of healing. So I feel like, again, going back to the wounds of the heart that you're now starting to release and let go. You've got this beautiful angelic being coming in to help you heal that. We've got that green energy of the heart chakra helping to heal that. You could call in Archangel Raphael, which rules the heart and the heart chakra and relationships, with his emerald green light to heal that. Also, because it looks kind of like a lotus flower to me, this is a reminder to not close your heart down or close it off because of whatever happened. We might be in that protective state where we've just totally shut down the heart chakra and closed it off because we're now going to be overly cautious, or we're too afraid to open our heart to love or friendship or trusting another human being again with whatever it might have been that went on. So this is a healing that's taking place so that you can open that heart chakra back up. It doesn't mean to not use discernment when it comes to connecting with people, new people, or even friends and family that you may already be connected to. So, use discernment, feel out the energy. If you need to set a boundary, set a boundary. If you need to remove yourself from a situation, even if it's for a short time, then do so. But don't close off your heart completely, because there's a lot of good people out there. There's a lot of good energies, situation-wise, out there that are wanting to eventually be attracted into your scope of beingness. This isn't just about like love between you and another. This can be, again, about other types of blessings and opportunities. And if we have our heart chakra closed down, we're not going to be open to receive and accept those with a grateful heart. So you definitely want to open up that heart chakra and allow healing to take place. Let me see if there's anything else that I get here. I don't know what it means. I'm just really drawn to like all these kind of lines here, these little like different colored lines. There's yellows and oranges and pinks, and it just feels like maybe this relates to some of the other chakras too. Maybe we need to take our power back with the yellow, the solar plexus chakra. Maybe we need to open up that creative self-expression and desire energy of the sacral chakra with the orange energy. The pink can be about self-love. Maybe we're needing to heal our sense of loving ourselves, respecting ourselves, having compassion and forgiveness for ourselves, as well as the green, which would also relate to the heart, which could be about love, compassion, and forgiveness for others. Okay, let's put that back in the deck. The last stone of choice is the pink tourmaline. Let's give this a little shuffle. Pink tourmaline people. Special message for the week for the pink tourmaline people. Nothing's jumping out yet. Pink tourmaline. This one's calling my attention right here. Oh gosh, we got compassion again, you guys. Okay, so the pink tourmaline people, same messages as the raw emerald people. It's interesting that now that I say that, right? Raw emerald is the green stone that we had, and the pink tourmaline is like the pink in her sleeves and a little bit around the heart here. So we're definitely kind of focusing in on love, healing through love of self, and healing through sending like unconditional love to another. Again, it doesn't mean to not have good boundaries or to put yourself back in a not good situation. And it doesn't even mean that we have to send love and light to another person right now that may have hurt us in some way. But eventually, if we can come into a state of unconditional love for the other people or person in our lives that may have hurt us, then that's actually helping you to heal for yourself. And it's okay if you don't, because I want to say, what's coming in is, don't feel pressured that you have to send that unconditional love to another person that may have hurt you in the past. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe you'll never be ready. It's okay. Love yourself. That's where it needs to start, is just love yourself and be love, and open your heart and allow your heart to shine through for all the other good people and good situations and circumstances that want to come into your life. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in for this weekly reading. Thank you for all your comments, your love, your support. Check out my meetup page, my meetup group page under Sacred Soul Empowerment, where all my lectures, guided meditations, workshops, and classes are listed. Most of them are listed on my website as well, ColleenLemma.com, as well as all my services, which there are many of. So take a look at those. Let me know if I can help you in any way in this aftermath of the eclipses. Sending you lots of love and light and healing. Namaste.